Alright guys, welcome in. I'm going to show you my my book collection real quick. It's not very big, but I just want to share this with you guys and see if there's any of these books here that maybe you've read or have any recommendations for me to get. Because I look in thrift stores a lot for some, and then there's a few times I'll go into an actual bookstore and look for something more specific. But here we go. First one is called The Fog by Caroline B. Cooney. I haven't read this one. I don't know if this has to do with the old horror movie or not. I assume maybe it does, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys would know better. But anything horror, like kind of thriller related when it comes to books or movies, I'm kind of interested in, so I figured I'd get that one. This one we have is John Katzenbach. I like Katzenbach. This one's called The Madman's Tale. It's a bit of a thriller. Now we have a Star Wars book here. This is Champions of the Force, Volume 3 of the Jedi Academy Trilogy. I originally picked this up for my brother because I found at a thrift store he collects a lot of Star Wars books. But he already had it, so I figured I'd just hang on to it for now, you know? I haven't read it. There's a lot of books I haven't read here. I'm not a big reader, but I have been reading more lately. So here's Closed for the Season, Mary Downing Hahn. It's a little... kind of a light read there, horror thriller book. Here's a classic here, On the Road, Jack Kerouac. Yeah, this is a good one. I even like the movie too, that came out, several years ago with Kristen Stewart and stuff. Yeah, it's a good one. Gotta check this out. It's a classic. Here's another classic, Great Gatsby, of course. Again, like the book, and I like the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. What can I say? F. Scott Fitzgerald, another classic. Gotta have a copy of that. Here's a neat one, Alice in Wonderland's Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. So this has like two Alice in Wonderland books, kind of in one. Classic ones by Lewis Carroll. So this is really awesome. My girlfriend actually found this for me in a thrift shop, so she picked it up, and it's just wonderful. So cool. You guys know I love anything related to Alice in Wonderland, so this is pretty neat. Next up, we have another kind of horror book, Asylum by Madeline Rowe. Looks like it could be pretty good. Again, another thrift store pickup for like $1. Here's one based off a game, and this is Quantum Break Zero State. Kind of interesting. I really like this game. Some of you probably know it from the Xbox One days, a Remedy game. Really cool. I found this actually in a dollar store. I was like, what? There's a Quantum Break book, so I picked that up. And it's based on the game, but it's not, about the game itself. It's just like in that universe. Next we have one I'm currently kind of reading, Truly Like Lightning by David Duchovny. I really am enjoying this book a lot so far. I'm a pretty slow reader, to be honest, guys. Like, I'll read a chapter or two here and there, and then I'll take a break, come back to it later. Like, I don't sit and read a book in like a week. It's just never how I've been. But I do manage to get through the ones that I start. But yeah, this is cool, David. I want to get more of his work. I'm a big fan of David Duchovny, his acting and his music. Now I'm a fan of his writing, so he does it all. I recommend checking out one of his books. I gotta get more of them. I think he just released a new one, or is going to release a new one. We have a book called Cohen the Oc. I love this show. I haven't read this. I kind of bought it as a joke. Found it in a thrift store. I just think it's ridiculous. It's just Seth Cohen on the front of it. I have no idea what this is even about. Is this like about one of the episodes, or maybe it just takes place in the universe of the OC? I don't know. I'll have to read this sometime because I really like the show. This is just... There you go. This should be the thumbnail of the video right there. Hopefully it'll pick that up, alright? Alright, next we have a few books by John Steinbach, who's becoming one of my favorite writers. First one we have is The Pearl. Now this is an excellent book. I highly recommend this one. I read this one, and it's very enjoyable. It's kind of hard to put down. It's not a very long book either, so you can read it, pretty quickly. But it's a good one. Steinbeck's The Pearl. Here's another one, The Red Pony. I'd never heard of this one. Found this one at a thrift store. and definitely picked it up. $1, I think it was as well. Here's another one by Steinbeck, Of Mice and Men. Whoops. Now, this one I read in high school, but it's been a long, long time since I read this. In high school they always make you read like certain books. I don't think I ever finished it in high school. I think I read some of it, but I figured I'd pick that one up. And as well as The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbach. This one's a lot bigger than the other ones, but nevertheless, I think I read some of this in high school too. But there's The Grapes of Wrath by Steinbach. This is one I had as a kid, A Very Scary Haunted House by Scholastic. This one's kind of cool though, because if you take a light, like a flashlight, and shine it on the pages for a little bit, then you turn off the lights. This book actually glows in the dark. Not the words, but some of the pictures. Things will appear because it glows in the dark. I used to love this book as a kid. I would light it up, and then turn off the lights, get under the covers, and look at all the pictures in the dark. It's really cool. I still think it's cool to this day. I don't know. It's a very simple book, but I have a lot of nostalgia for this thing. It's kind of falling apart, but yeah, I'm definitely hanging on to this one for nostalgia purposes. Here is another one from when I was a kid, Mysteries of the Unexplained by Alan Zulo. This has stuff on Loch Ness, UFOs, Bigfoot, the plains of Nazca, the Mary Celeste, and other stuff. Really cool. This kind of helped spark my interest in, horror-related topics, conspiracies, cryptids, stuff like that. I would read this, and it used to scare me a little bit, but it's a very interesting book. Pretty cool though, Mysteries of the Unexplained. And now for the very few Goosebumps books that I own. First one is Goosebumps Horrorland. This is a newer series that R.L. Stine did. This one's called Monster Blood for Breakfast. These aren't like reprints of the old books. This is actually like a newer series he had done. Here's two Goosebumps books that are reprints. These aren't original ones because they don't have the embroidery or whatever. This is Why I'm Afraid of Bees and Night of the Living Dummy 2. Found those both in thrift stores. But yeah, again, those ones are reprints. These last couple here are originals. These are original prints. We have Monster Blood, as you can see. It's got like the embroidery here, the number on the side, number 3. So Monster Blood, Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, which is one of my favorite ones, Return of the Mummy, and It Came from Beneath the Sink, which I believe that or The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight was the first Goosebumps book I ever owned. But yeah, it's those ones. I used to have more, but I got rid of some over the years, and only kept 1 or 2. And then I picked up a few more recently from thrift stores. But I definitely look for them when I go out, so I can get more. I like the original copies better if I can, because I love Goosebumps. I wish I had more, but that's all I have. Yeah, guys, that's basically that's my book collection right there. So let me know if there's any in there that you've read and enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, everybody. I'll see you very soon. Until next time. 0 is the number. Also, sorry for the camera work. I'm holding my phone up and reaching for books, so I know it's a little guerrilla style videography here, but what can I say? Cheers.